Hello, major disclaimer to start off that I do not endorse this book or advocate the use of the words of this book. I'm an atheist. I use this book as a weapon against itself. It's all evil. It's all lies. I'm capital N-O-T. I'm not a pastor. I'm an activist against this evil, despicable book. Now, I want to talk about a Twitter experience earlier that normally I don't have. No one even touches my post. I don't post a lot on Twitter. Um, but sometimes I'm scrolling through it and I see something laughable. One of my other atheist friends commented on a Christian post, and whatever he said was so fucking stupid that I had to um, I had to comment on it. And I said, well, what you believe in is a fairy tale and mythical, and he says, oh, what makes you so smart, you bad old atheist? You're evil and hateful toward me. Well, just because I said I don't believe in your mythology, why don't you prove me wrong? And he says, well, you just hate God, you want to sin, and then it said, I don't believe in your God. No. What if I was to say I'm a leprechaun believer? Wouldn't you try to talk me out of it? That saying, hey, leprechauns are really not real. They're mythical and fairy tales. And I said, you got to prove me wrong. You got to prove your side of the story. And I said, oh yeah, Christianity, you had 2,000 years to prove your side of the story, and you still haven't done it. Well, you're just bad old atheists. You're hateful and you're mean. I mean, I was so well behaved that I didn't even use any cuss words. I said, so how about you believing in that crap? I want to say shit, but I'm kind of cleaning it up, be nicey nice. And I could have called them dumb and stupid, but I just said, you're just not so smart. No, you're not smart, you bad old atheist. I said, well, aren't you a leprechaun atheist? You don't believe in frosted Lucky Charms. They're magically delicious. Hey, I got magical treats inside the cereal box. And don't you doubt it. No. Um, you got these special magic treats that you think you have for over 2,000 years. You haven't proved that. 2,000 plus years ago, you had the magical treat of a fucking Jesus, and you still haven't proved your. Prove that your Jesus is real. Prove that your God is real. Hey, how dare you make fun of my leprechaun belief? You leprechaun atheist. Bad, hateful, evil you are. Okay, now let's go with the basics. 101 Bible Basics 101. We'll go to damn it, not there. You got too much of an index there. Genesis chapter 1, verse 1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Prove that. Genesis 1 1. In the beginning, God, I got to make sure I'm the fourth word in the whole entire book because I'm such a pompous ass, megalomaniac asshole. And I want to make sure I'm the fourth word because I'm so fucking special. What if you're picking up this book for the very first time? No one's even told you about it, and no one's even told you about a God. And you go to the fourth word, God. What the fuck does it mean? Tell me what it means. How can you prove that this in the beginning God created the heaven and the earth? Prove that. How can you do that? Okay, now we're going to go to 1 Peter 3:15. But sanctify the Lord God in your hearts, and always be ready to give an answer according to your faith. Be ready always to give an answer to every man that asketh you a reason of hope that is in you with meekness and fear. Always give an answer concerning your faith. But no, this Twitter guy was going on 10 comments, 15 comments over and over again. And then finally I'm saying, you nerve me and irritate me. You haven't proved your side of the story. And no one's proved their side of the story for over 2,000 years concerning this Christianity bunk that I'm not going to waste my time and energy on you. Maybe he'll show up again because I decided to keep him on. He says he's a warrior for Christ. What about my frosted Lucky Charms? They're magically delicious. You know how magical I feel after I eat a bowl of Lucky Charms? But Tony the Tiger, Frosted Flakes, I feel great. Right? Prove me wrong. Otherwise, you're a bad, old, evil atheist. How dare you speak badly about my leprechaun? Frosted Lucky Charms, magically delicious. Genesis 1:1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. 1 Peter 3:15. Always be prepared to give an answer concerning your faith. You haven't given me the answer. Explain the God thing to me. What does that mean? How can you prove Genesis 1:1? 1 Peter 3:15. Always be prepared to give an answer concerning your faith. Colossians. Where are we going to get Colossians? Where are we going to get? We got Colossians 4:5-6. Whom I have sent unto you for the same purpose, that he might know your estate in the comfort of your hearts. Wrong, I read out of the wrong thing. Walk in wisdom toward them that are without, redeeming the time. Let your speech always be with grace, seasoned with salt, that ye may know how you ought to answer every man. You ought to know how to answer every man. What about Genesis 1:1? Answer me that. How can you solve that riddle? I don't know. All of a sudden, poof, bang, boom, the word God appears. And that was supposed to be the beginning of time or something. How the fuck are we supposed to know? Who wrote Genesis 1:1? Man was not even created till 126. And only man wrote the Bible, right? Well, who wrote Genesis 1:1? Always be prepared to give an answer according to your faith. Let your speech always be with grace, seasoned with salt. Does that mean it's true? That ye may know how ye might answer every man. Colossians 3:16. Let the word of Christ dwell in you, richly in all wisdom, teaching and admonishing one another in psalms and hymns and spiritual songs, singing with the grace of the Lord in your hearts. Oh, duh. Well, why don't you prove that? I can sing to my frosted Lucky Charms. They're magically. What if I was singing to my leprechaun? You leprechaun atheist, bad, evil, hateful leprechaun atheist you are. John 1:10. Passing it way the fuck up. It's a short book. It's right before the Revelations. Then there's the 3rd John. There's the 2nd John. And 2nd John 1:10. If there come any unto you and bring not his doctrine, receive them not in your house. Hey, you didn't bring a Bible in with you. You get the fuck out of my house. 1:10 of 2 John. If there come any unto you and bring not his doctrine, you're supposed to carry this along with you all the fucking time. Receive them not in your home and wish them Godspeed the fuck out of here. Okay. 1 Timothy 6:20. We're getting to it. 6:20 to 21. O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust. Avoid profane and vain babblings. Babble, babble, babble. Like when I go onto your Twitter feed and comment on your stuff, it's just vain babblings. Babble, babble. When you create a long Facebook thread, it's just babble, babble. You're gonna comment 25 fucking times and not even make a single point of anything. You're just gonna say that, oh, you really hate God. You want to sin. Oh, yeah. How can you prove it's not real? How can you prove it's not real? It's up to you, the believer, to prove it to me. Because atheists have not made this claim for the last 2,000 years. It's you, Christians, who have the claim of the last 2,000 years. We don't have the claim of this. You have the claim of this. That means you have to prove it. It's not our job to prove it. It's your job to prove it. Because of 1 Peter 3:15. Those fucking motherfuckers. But sanctify the Lord in your hearts, and be ready always to give an answer to every man that asketh you a reason of hope that is within you, in meekness and in fear. You're supposed to always be prepared to give an answer. What about this leprechaun belief? I eat Lucky Charms and I feel magical. They're magically delicious. Think of the magic treats I got out of it. You have supposedly magic treats. They're promised you 2,000 years. And prove that they're magical treats. Prove it. You got to prove that you got a magical treat here. I feel good after eating Lucky Charms. And when I eat Frosted Flakes, I feel great. Thank you, whoever the one viewer is that's still on. I'm on live, so I'm going to take my time. Always be prepared to give an answer according to your faith. 1 Peter 3:15. Colossians 4:6. Let your speech be always with grace, seasoned with salt, that ye may know how you ought to answer every man. You ought to know how to answer every man. Like Genesis 1:1, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Prove that. But I can always give an answer. Prove that. But I can always give an answer. No, you didn't come up with the answer. You created a 25 comment long thread, and you didn't give me an answer. And by the 25th time you commented, I'm commenting again like I'm wasting my time with you. You're not budging because all you gotta do is say you're under attack because I just don't believe the same delusion you do. You think I'm hateful and evil because I don't believe in the same delusion you do. I'm labeled atheist, so I'm already automatically the bad guy. No one says that about the Christian, do they? I didn't attack this guy. I was being really nice. Never said any cuss words or anything. I said, you gotta prove it. It's up to you to prove it. 1 Peter 3:15. Always prepared to give an answer. Colossians 4:6. Always be prepared to give an answer. You didn't give an answer. I didn't even block them. I just figured I'd stop commenting. And it stopped after a while. I don't block everybody. I mean, unless there's some threats of violence that I've had, hateful comments. He might say that I hate God, but that doesn't bother me because your God's a mythical fairy tale anyway. So what does that hurt? That's typical of a Christian, that they say, "Oh, you hate God and just want to sin." I'd be sinning against my own conscience, sinning against my own common sense. I'd be doing wrong if I believed this crap. I'd be doing wrong with myself if I believed this crap. There's no such thing as sin and blasphemy, but I myself, I cannot degrade my intelligence, my reasoning, my common sense and understanding to believe this dumb fuck bunk. Okay. Okay. 2 Timothy 2:16. But shun profane and vain babblings. You on Twitter, I shun your vain babblings. Profane and vain babblings, for they will increase unto more ungodliness. And you might as well not talk to an atheist because He'll just lead your way into ungodliness. So dump your religion.